How's it going, guys? I hope you all had a great day and welcome to the Marquee Matchups Predictions for next week. Now before we start with the predictions, I want to introduce a few other YouTubers. We have the G as a Legend, we have RGM, we have FootDad, we have King Flippers, we have FIFA Dabbers, Chaffers and a website called FIFA Analytics. I'm doing a Marquee Matchups Prediction League with them. We are all picking 5 Marquee Matchups predictions and the person with the most right guesses in 1 month wins. So be sure to check them out, links are in the description down below. And now we start this prediction video with the first derby, a very important derby in Bundesliga. We have the Revierderby between Dortmund and Schalke. I decided to go with a minimum of 1 player from both clubs. We have the left midfielder, the 80 rated Schürrle from Dortmund, and we have the left centre back, the 80 rated Nastasic from Schalke. Then I think we could need a minimum of 6 Bundesliga players, a minimum of 3 rare players, a team overall rating of minimum 79 and a team chemistry of minimum 95. Now the next challenge, I decided to go with a Premier League game. We have Liverpool versus Chelsea, and of course I decided to go with a minimum of 1 player from both clubs. We have the goalkeeper, the 81 rated Mignolet from Liverpool, and we have the left striker, the 80 rated Michy Batshuayi from Chelsea. Then of course a minimum of 6 Premier League players, a minimum of 3 rare players, a team overall rating of minimum 78 and a team chemistry of minimum 95. Alright, and that's it with the second challenge. Now we go on to the third challenge, the League 1 game between Monaco and PSG. And of course I decided to go with a minimum of 1 player from both clubs. We have the Monaco player, the 81 rated Jovetic, the striker, and the Paris player, the 81 rated Motta, the CDM. And exactly like the last 2 challenges, League 1 players minimum 6, rare players min 3, a team overall rating of minimum 78 and a team chemistry of minimum 95. Nothing too special for the first 3 challenges. Now we have the 4th challenge and I decided to go with a Calcio B game. We have Frosione versus Empoli, and I decided to go with a minimum of 3 players from either Frosione or Empoli. Then what I think we could need for this challenge is Italy players minimum 5. Calcio B players minimum 5, then Gold players minimum 3 for an example, and a team chemistry of minimum 90. Alright, 4th challenge done, now we move on to the 5th challenge. I don't think this is a derby, but it is a very interesting game. In Liga Santander we have Barcelona versus Valencia. So once again I decided to go with a minimum of 1 player from both clubs. We have the 78 rated striker Rodrigo from Valencia, and we have the 81 rated right back Sergi Roberto from Barcelona. Then of course a minimum of 6 La Liga players. Then I decided to mix it up with nationalities minimum 4. Then to finish it up, of course, a team overall rating of minimum 79 and a team chemistry of minimum 95. Alright, 5th challenge done. Now we have the 6th challenge called Molde versus Sarpsborg. So for this challenge I decided to go with a minimum of 2 players from either Molde or Sarpsborg. Then I think EA could add a minimum of 4 Norway players and a minimum of 4 Elite Syrian players to make this challenge more interesting. Another requirement could be a minimum of 5 silver players and to round it up a team chemistry of minimum 90. And then to round this whole prediction video up we have the semi-finals in MLS. First, Colombus Crew versus FC Toronto, let's go. So I think we need a minimum of 2 players from either Colombus or Toronto. I decided to go with the 78 rated right midfielder from Colombus Crew and the 76 rated striker from Toronto. Then what I think we could need a minimum of 6 MLS players, a player quality of minimum silver and gold players minimum 3, and a team chemistry of minimum 90. And then we move on to the second semi-final in MLS. The squad is exactly the same like the squad in the last prediction, but for this challenge I think we need a minimum of 2 players from either Houston Dynamo or Seattle Sounders. Then, as I said in the challenge before, a minimum of 6 MLS players, a player quality of minimum silver, gold players minimum 3 and a team chemistry of minimum 90. That should be it for all the predictions for next week. I hope 1 or 2 challenges of this Marquee Matchups predictions will be featured in the new Marquee Matchups. Especially the MLS games are very interesting, they could be featured. Alright, and that's it with this video, so thank you guys so much for watching, have a wonderful day and see you!